Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here, and welcome to Throwback Thursday. Today we're at Baxter Cycle, and look what they got out for us now. 1966 Norton Atlas. This is a spectacular example of one. I've been looking this over now for the last half hour, and everything is just wow on this whole machine. It's just a real eye popper. Every little detail on this hot rod is pure beauty. So what is an Atlas? Well, they made them from about 62 to 68. This particular one is a 745 cc parallel twin, overhead valves. The valves are up here, cams are down here. Air cooled, of course. I love doing that, don't I? This one has a magneto yet. So it's got a mag ignition, kickstart only, 4-speed transmission. I did a little looking for compression ratios, and I found everything from 7.6 to 1 up to 8.9 to 1. And horsepower, I found everything from 53 to 58. And I suppose that is related to the year, how much compression they had on at that time. Very good looking motorcycle. Very, here's the show side, right? It has a Amal. This one has dual Amal carburetors, a left and a right, and they're full carbs. Apparently, some of these they would only have they would share a float bowl between two carburetors, but this one has two full carbs. This bike had an alternator ready by this time, 12-volt system. Just a neat looking machine, isn't it? Dry sump. Here's the oil tank right here. I tried to see if I could get the seat up, but apparently that bolts down. I was kind of looking at that. The tank itself bolts down from right up here. Very interesting looking machine. Look at this air filter, for instance. Just a thin little thing. By today's standard, that'd be a very small, item. But anyway, gorgeous machine. I just love the style. The look of the bike is just, that's what really grabs me about this. It's just the black with the chrome, this full-length badge on the side. Look at those full chrome fenders. Just chrome stays on them. I mean, just gorgeous. Jumping up here to the front, let's look at that. So we've got, I think it's supposed to be an 8-inch drum brake, single leading shoe. The front tire is a 3 1/4 by 19, of course, spoked. Looks like more than 32 spokes. Look at that, just nice shiny wheel. Everything on this is just absolutely beautiful. It says road handler shocks on the front. I couldn't find a diameter for these or travel. Just very good looking there. Jumping back to the back, twin shocks on the back. I just love the way these back ends look. Speedo drive right here, brake, drum brake right there. Love these mechanical drum brakes. I grew up with those when I was a kid. That was always something I checked. Something I want to point out real quick here. If you've worked on motorcycles before, you'll notice right away there's no screws holding the primary cover on. It seems like a single bolt thing on the top, or in the center, I mean. So this must have a heck of a gasket or O-ring around it to keep it in place. Isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, very chrome, very just a good looking machine. Very good looking machine. Look at all that. The tank on this, I think it's about a 3-gallon tank. It looks bigger than that to me. That'd be about 11.5 liters. Wheelbase would be, oh, by the way, it's an 8-inch front brake, by the way. The rear brake is a 7-inch, single leading shoe both. The wheelbase is 55.5 inches. That's about 1,410 millimeters. I like anything with a 55 in the wheelbase. Ground clearance, 6.2 inches. That's 158 millimeters. And seat height, nice. We're on the center stand now, but seat height is about 31 inches. That's 787 millimeters. So quite a neat looking thing, isn't it? I love the flat seat, the large flat seat, that big tank. It looks a lot bigger than 3 gallons to me. But so the big number on this, the weight number, and I love this part, 410 pounds wet. It's 186 kilograms. And I mean, that's a pretty decent thing. This has got what they call a featherlight, a slim featherlight frame. Now, I don't know what that means. I know the featherlights were known for not having lugs. Everything was welded. And you can see that here. Now, I don't know what the slim part means. But if you know, please post. Also look at this swing arm. Isn't that neat? Kind of a casting on the end there. Adjusters right there for the chain. Just gorgeous. These are supposed to have a about 100, believe it or not, 110, 115 mile an hour top speed. That's a pretty neat, that's some pretty good speed for a bike from this era. So in the American market, these would have these tall bars like this, because I asked about that if that was stock. And apparently if it was sold in America, they put these taller bars on. The European ones, they put the lower bars on, the ones sold in England. But let's jump up here real quick. So I don't know where the key is on this, but here's a switch here for light. So it would have off, daytime running, on. Turn that back off. High-low right here, horn right there, clutch of course. Over here, I would guess that's a kill switch right there. And then this is choke, of course the gas. Looks like a tachometer on the left, and on the right is the speedo. It says 3,000 miles on it. I'm sure that's, who knows if that's accurate or not. And then of course an ammeter. All these bikes had a charge and discharge meter on it, but isn't that just gorgeous? Mechanical brake, of course. All right, where's the adjuster? Oh, right down there. Interesting, it's not up here. Single throttle cable. Oh, 2 carburetors with a single cable. That's interesting as well. I like it. I like it. Very interesting. So this engine was later put in the Commandos, and I want you to notice something right away. This is straight up and down if you look at this. Now let's jump over here to a Commando. This is a 750 Commando right here. And what they've done is they've canted the engine forward. It leans. I think you can see that. This is all still the same level, but this is leaned forward. That's a good looking motorcycle, isn't it? Anyway, the other thing the Commando had was the engine was put on a, I think it was called isolastic or something like that, mounting system. And the idea was that these bikes vibrated a lot. The Atlas were known for vibrating in the higher ends, and the isolastic system was supposed to allow the bike to run about 500 RPMs more at the top end, and also to allow it to, less rider fatigue. You could ride it better at faster speeds with that anti-vibration system. A lot of people consider this one of the best looking Nortons out there. This is a Zeus fastener here. Get the seat off. I would guess there's a toolkit or something underneath this cover here. I know there's a space under the seat. Now that could be where a toolkit goes also, but not really sure about that. Isn't this just gorgeous? That is a large drum brake, isn't it? Beautiful rims, beautiful spokes. Well, brand new tires. Look at that chain guard. Everything's chromed. Look at those pipes. Very good looking. Everything is just shiny on this one. If you're interested in this bike, get hold of baxtercycle.com and ask for Randy. He can tell you all about it. He's he's Randy Baxter, the owner. He's been doing this since forever. But, isn't that just gorgeous? I always love these mechanical tack drives. Run off the cam. The cams are down here in a bike like this. The transmission is separate from the engine. Just a beautiful, beautiful machine. I love it. I love it. I call this the secret back room or the magic back room here at Baxter Cycle. They've got everything. So Triumphs, BSAs, Nortons. These are triples, I think, over here. A whole slew of, I guess you'd call this, those are aerials there, but this is a whole row of Triumphs as far as the eye can see. BSAs over yonder, more Triumphs over there. I think those are like Daytonas and Tigers and things like that. And then the back row is an assortment of different things. Everything from Royal Enfields to aerials to a couple of race bikes back there. Someday we'll do some of those race bikes. And if you just kind of look around here, everybody that likes Bridger bikes should make their way to Baxter Cycle at some point in their life. They're 3 miles off the exit 51 at Interstate 80 here in Iowa. If you like old motorcycles, Baxter Cycle is the place you want to go. Thanks for watching Throwback Thursday, and come back next week and we'll see what we got then. Wahoo!